In 2020, we flew the TBM 930 into Lukla, Nepal for the first time. With over 250,000 views later, we revisit this dangerous airport with a winter flight in the PC12. We begin our flight at the airport in the small town of Tumlingtar. Situated beside the Arun River, Tumlingtar is the gateway to Mount Makalu. The airport is located in the deepest valley of Nepal, between the Arun and the Sabha rivers. Get ready to depart from Tumlingtar and climb through 13,000 feet and carve our way through the Himalayas to land at one of the world's most spectacular airports. To enter 4 user-defined waypoints into the Garmin GTN 530 to fly over the river valley into Lukla. I will briefly go through the waypoints for those wishing to see the waypoint info on the screen. Luk1 sets us up to begin our descent to 10,000 feet. Luk2 brings us into the river valley entry point. Luk3 aligns us with the Dud Koshi River. At Luk4, we disengage the autopilot. We will fly the aircraft on autopilot through all 4 waypoints. At the 4th waypoint, Luk4, the autopilot will be disengaged. Here is a look at the ForeFlight 3D review. We depart at Tumlingtar and climb to 13,500 feet. At the top of the climb, there is a very short cruise at 13,500 feet. At the first waypoint, we begin to descend. We follow the waypoints above the river to meet the 4th waypoint at 10,000 feet. We hand fly the final leg to touchdown. Okay, pre-flight is complete. We are set to go. Airspeed is alive. The nose to 10 degrees. Gear up. Retract the flaps. Engage the autopilot. Maintain the heading of 335 and climb at 120 knots indicated. As we climb through 3,500 feet, we are now high enough to intercept the GPS flight path and can switch from heading to NAV mode. As we come around to a heading of 289, we are now locked on our GPS flight path into Lukla. We are now leveling off at our cruise altitude of 13,500 feet, 11.5 nautical miles to the first waypoint, Luk1. Looking out to the southwest at cruise altitude, and looking out to the northeast on the co-pilot side. We are 3 miles from our first waypoint, Luk1, and we have a ground speed of 203 knots. I have reset the altimeter to 10,000 feet and now entering a vertical speed descent of 800 feet per minute. Now beginning our turn at Luk1 as we begin to enter the Dud Koshi River Valley. It is now time to configure the aircraft for landing. We begin by lowering the flaps to the first notch. Now descending through 12,000 feet. We continue to configure the aircraft and drop the landing gear. Now, directly in front of us are a set of mountain peaks above 20,000 feet. As we traverse between the Luk2 and Luk3 waypoints, we just have enough time to highlight a previous flight to Mount Everest in the TBM 930. Video link is in the description. Our turn at Luk3 brings us directly over the river as we descend through 10,000 feet. Flaps are now set to 30 degrees. The gateway to Everest is directly in front of us now. The lights of Lukla are just starting to show through. We are now facing the gateway to Mount Everest, with mountain peaks in the foreground above 20,000 feet. Lukla Airport, or Tenzing-Hillary Airport, sits at an elevation of 9,337 feet. Here is a look at the ForeFlight synthetic vision as we fly towards Lukla in the valley. We have a ground speed of 106 knots, maintaining 10,000 feet, and we are on a heading of 017. Does it get any better than this? Autopilot is now disengaged. Just a beautiful sunset for landing. Miles to touchdown. Our runway is just over 1,700 feet long and only 63 feet wide. The runway is also sloped at 11.7 degrees to slow and accelerate landings and takeoffs respectively. Lukla, here we come. Here we go. Watched us slide on ice. Hard right rudder did nothing to pull us over. And I think the wingtip touched the snow fence. We'll check it out on the airport cam. Anyhow, welcome to Lukla. Let's have a look at the airport cam and see if we can see the slide. Landing was a little flat, and right there we began to slide, pushing hard, right rudder, it would not come right.